Tippy time my damies, Top Cat here and welcome back to the channel. Choir of 1 is fully out and customizable, so this week I am making a build for each of my subclasses to maximize its damage output and functionality. Today we'll be looking at the Warlock, but first I want to break down the weapon. Feel free to skip ahead if you've already watched previous breakdowns. The Choir of 1 is essentially a Wyvern battle rifle. When aimed down sights, this special ammoed AR has a 225 RPM, so its closest comparison would actually be closer to a full auto scout rather than an AR. But because it utilizes special weapon ammo, a lot of us are drawing a comparison to those of the rocket sidearms. A standard indebted kindness does 18k per shot, a Choir of 1 does 12k. But even after the Choir's reserve nerf, this is still a damage difference of 1.8 million to the kindness's 990,000. But we also have to consider the Fanatical Lance trait. Its hipfire mode launches multiple projectiles at once in a slower spread pattern. These detonate on impact. Its total damage won't be nearly as impressive at 960k, but it is tremendous burst damage. This is a champ stopper even at Grandmaster level content. Also, with rapid final blows, we cause targets to explode into a pool of radiolarian fluid. Logic Reductor and the artifact can extend the lifetime of these pools. We don't need to worry about range or recoil with this weapon. Equip fluted barrel to give us a bigger chunk of handling, as this is our primary weapon. Alloy magazine will give us quick reloads, so we can do a mag dump twice in a champ's face during one stun. Equip short action stock to push out that handling even further. With targeting autoloader, upon defeating targets, the Choir will self-load and gain a damage buff of up to 20%. And Sustained Fire grants us damage resist by continuously damaging our targets. This works particularly well on that hipfire burst mode, granting us 25% DR almost instantly. For our final trait, I'm not picking Subsistence, at least not now with our current set of artifact options. I'm not picking Onslaught. I don't really feel like speeding up its fire rate achieves all that much, as the Choir acts more like a scout scissor bang the Merciless rather than a traditional AR. So I'm going with Destabilizing Rounds. Final blows cause nearby targets to become volatile. This AoE effect pairs perfectly with those radiolarian pulls to trigger more damage easily. Now, as this is a special weapon with a primary utility, we do need to consider our reserves. I found adding finders on my helmet wasn't ideal, as I wanted to run triple harmonic siphons for maximum orb output. I ran stacks on stacks on my legs to give us 2 armor charges for the price of 1. This way, when I've got 3 armor charges, I can manufacture special ammo for both myself and my fire team, making double special builds a lot more comfortable. Now, being that this is an extremely strong void weapon, I wanted to make the most of our artifact traits, so my Warlock will be running the Void 3.0 kit. The Feed the Void aspect will activate off ability kills. This grants us health and grenade energy on kills. 5 kills is roughly a full grenade charge, and our Devour timer is extended on kills. The Choir kills so quick, it feels rare to be in danger. I'm running the Vortex grenade, big radius, big damage, more uptime. With Echo of Undermining, we add Weaken to these grenades. This is going to give us a 15% debuff to targets. It's always great to fap one of these out before launching a super at a boss. With Child of the Old Gods, we drop that Rift, shoot out at our foes to send our Void Buddy that is also going to weaken targets. Whilst these targets are getting the big suck, we gain melee and nade juice. Just be aware the Choir is strong, and if you kill, your buddy won't fly out. So try body shotting that chunky whale in the chest there, that way you can maximize that suck and debuff. Echo of Harvest, when defeating weakened targets, we create Orbs of Power to help with our special ammo finisher, and create Void Breaches to feed us back class ability energy. If running Reaper, we can get 3 orbs off of 2 kills. I'm running Echo of Starvation to give us Devour off those orbs and breaches. It's great either as an initiator or an extender. Elemental Siphon in the artifact will also create void breaches for us on those rapid weapon kills, but it's that exotic armor piece that's really going to make our void weapon shine. The Felwinter's Helm deploys a massive weakening effect when we finish targets. As we are finishing for our special and reserve upkeep, this folds in seamlessly. With that level of weaken, they'll want you to finish first. And this helmet's weaken is 30%. That's a free tractor cannon debuff just for finishing. Now, I initially tried this exotic combo on the prismatic variant. I found that the melee weakens really did work better, utilizing those triple strand arcane needles, but because of that I wasn't using as many finishes, so my reserves were constantly depleted. So I turned back to Void 3.0 to utilize Echo of Obscurity. This makes us go invisible off the back of those finishes. This means we can get a lot more aggressive with them. So now on my kit, our nades, Void Soul and finishes will weaken all in sight. Paired with Void Hegemony, we are granted overshields when we defeat weakened targets, and an Expanding Abyss will give our Void weapons another 5% damage bump on top of that weaken effect. Feel free to pause here for all my mods, artifacts and build stats, but there will be a dim link in the description down below. Now the Choir is hands down goated in a class of its own. It's going to be the meta for quite a while. I love this kit. I'll have a Hunter and Titan one out for you over the weekend. I'm curious what your thoughts on the Choir are. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think? Strong and fun or too strong? Make sure to thumb it if you dug it, sub if you're new, and as always, tippy tie my damies, what a tie.